Okay, Godtear enthusiasts, we are pursuing our quest for tabletop immortality, drinking the salty tears of the gods. And in this vlog, we're going to open up and talk about the tactica of the ultimate. So yes, absolutely, Godtear is about combos. It's about amazing champions. It's about tactical choices turn by turn. And within that, every warband, every champion has an ultimate power that lets you do some sort of mega attack, lets you manipulate the battlefield, lets you do things out of turn, like maybe claim out of turn. All these different powers that are potentially absolutely 100% game changers, but you get to use it once in the game. So the timing is very, very important. And that's what we're going to build in this checklist, some points to keep in mind. Now, given the fluidity of Godtear and how fast the game changes, I can't say from playing this game, like, absolutely, this is when you want to use it. Or 99% of the time, this is when you're going to use it. Things just flow way too much. But there are certain checklists where this looks like a good opportunity. This looks like a good opportunity. And there are points in the game where it tends to favor it more than others. The first rule of Godtear, don't end the game without popping off your power. When in doubt, pop it off. Even if it's not the best tactical time to do it, and even if you still lose the mission, absolutely pop it off. Don't go home without using your power. Better to use it and it doesn't quite work out, or you use it and say, wow, I really need it now this turn, than to suddenly realize that you're in a place where you're going to lose the game. You can't pop it off, and even if you pop it off, it's not going to work. So absolutely, that's it. Turn one use. I won't say never, because Godtear is a very fluid game. But I'm thinking about the couple of 100 games that I've played at this point. And I've been logging them with the different warbands and analyzing the meta and really enjoying it from that perspective. Turn one in Godtear is about positioning. Yes, if you can get up there and grab some tiers, great. It's about getting into position to open up tactica of your warbands and lead into the next turns. I won't say there is no such thing. The alpha strike is very, very limited in the game. I mean, Godtear is extremely balanced. The fact that your champions don't get removed from play, they just get knocked out and you have to spend economy to come back, or you can recruit. Alpha Strike does not have the paralysis that it does in other games. Like Warhammer 40,000, you set up your toys, I set up my toys. If I go first and I have certain armies, I can cause enough damage to you that you remove enough models before you've absolutely done anything in the game. You haven't even started your turn and you've lost. I mean, Alpha Strike in certain deficient rule systems is a possibility. It's not in Godtear. So generally, turn one, I'm not really going to pop it off for damage, and if it gains me a position, it's only worth 1 point, 1 victory point, 1 power point, 1 Godtear in that sliding scale. I tend to not want to use it. Now, the ideal time, turn 3, because I find turn 3, 2 things are happening. Either that's going to win you the game if you have the first successful 2 turns, because it's worth the 3 points, tiers, whatever we want to call it. And also, if you are behind a little bit, that's going to catch you up or put you in position to win. That's the point where we really want to use this. So I'm looking like turn 3, decisive action, either to push myself ahead or as best I can, deny you that victory. Turn 2 is kind of 50-50. Ideally not turn 2, because we got a lot of other turns in the game. Godtear, you're never truly out. It's very much back and forth. But turn 2, I have to really look at the warbands that I'm playing and the play style of my opponent and say, can I gain a material advantage now? And it might not be the decisive advantage, but it's going to give me a little bit of a cushion. It's going to give me a little bit of a something that if I don't do well on turn 3 and it goes to turn 4 or turn 5, I'm in a position where I can at least still be in the game or radically swing the game to my victory. So sometimes turn 2. Beyond that, I find the nature of the game, especially if you're playing with really potent players that know combos of the warbands, turn 4 and turn 5, it's kind of too late to pop it off. Simply because, and again, not always, but simply because there's less material on the table. The tiers are always manipulating. Whether they're growing, whether they're moving, whether they're being taken away. So now the tactica has splintered. and things have changed. But again, if I make it to the end for some reason because I've been holding it, I'm going to pop it off even if it just does one little small effect because I'm not going home without using that power. So turn 1 Alpha Strike, no. I won't say never, but no, most likely not. Turn 2, possibly. Turn 3, definitely. Turn 4, select circumstances. I'm not going home without using it. But the ultimate, very, very potent, very, very powerful, especially if you can combo it with other warbands in the game.